Hello everybody, it's the Omega Bear 09 here, and welcome back to The Legend of Dragoon. In the last episode, we got our Dragoon form for the first time and defeated Kungol. In this episode, we're going to assault the Volcano Falud and try to get to the Dragon's Nest. Once we leave the town, I will consider you as a mature Dragoon. I won't teach you how to fight anymore. I'll be alright. Okay. And we leave the town. Now we're going to go over the one new thing we have, which is switching party members. I actually don't really feel like using Rose in this playthrough. I don't know why. I usually use Rose from this point until we get... I usually use Rose until actually a little bit into the next chapter. But I just don't feel... I don't know, this time I feel like I just shouldn't. So I'm going to keep Shauna and Levitz. Which means I'm going to see if I can equip her a little early. She's a leather jacket and a felt hat. Never mind, she doesn't have anything really special. Oh, she has a rapier now, excuse me. She uses daggers and rapiers. She has, with her additions, she actually will do more damage than most of the other parts. Wow, her attack is 40, which explains why she does so much damage. Her stats right at this point in the game are ridiculous, but as she levels up, they tend to kind of lower, or they tend to be lower than everybody else's. So I'm going to give the power wrist to Levitz, just as a, he doesn't have anything else equipped. I'm going to keep the poison guard on Shauna, that's something I want to have. So, now we're going to head this way. Alright, at this point we're going to want to go here and enter the Marshlands, just as in, it's the way we have to go. In here there's a little side quest I'm going to do, so I'll show you in just a second. We're going to want to read this sign here to find out. This will tell us to the left is the Volcano Veludo. That's a typo actually, it's supposed to be Velud, so that's wrong. And straight is the 7th Fort, Kingdom of Basil. As you recall, we were told before about that, so we're going to head that way, because there might be something interesting there. God. Are you from Basil? Alright. Each of these battles are a very simple battle against 2 Sandora soldiers. Each time you face one, they'll be given 2 choices. One will be to battle and one will be to retreat. If you retreat, you have to start the whole thing over from the first battle. So it's generally not worth it unless you really need to. And at the end, you'll fight a boss. So I'm really not going to show all of these. In fact, it's probably just better if I cut it here, and so I'll meet you guys over at the boss. And we're back. This guy should seem very familiar, because he's the same character model as the commander from the beginning of the game. I'll give you one guess what his name... Oh, I didn't even get boss fight music? That's unfortunate. Oh, this guy at least got boss fight music. Oh well. He gets a boss intro. Oh well. Now, something interesting I noticed when going through those fights earlier is that some of the Sandora soldiers were actually water elemental instead of fire element, which is just kind of weird. They were also a lot more vulnerable to physical attacks than the fire element ones were. So, I don't know. Oh, yes, also, during the trip to here, I maxed out Levitz's Harpoon edition. So, I switched to his spinning cane, which is what you saw there. You also saw the timing on the editions, so there you go. Oh yes, I also, you noticed the blinking 1 bar below Dart's MP, which he also now has. That indicates that he has 1 full SP bar, which is 100 SP, and he can now transform into a Dragoon if I so desire him to. I don't at the moment because while in Dragoon form you will not gain SP, which is what you also see me gaining with his additions at the bottom of the screen there. If your total amount of SP you gained determines what you do. After a certain point you will level up your Dragoon, which will allow you to stay in your Dragoon form longer and gain new spells. Right now he is Dragoon level 1, which means he can only go into the Dragoon form for 1 turn at a time, and only has 1 spell, which is... I can't remember actually the name of this spell. But it's just a basic 1-hit fire spell. It's useful in emergency situations, but generally I won't use the Dragoon forms until they're already Dragoon level 5, just so that I can get as much SP as possible for them. If I do find myself in a tight situation where I really feel like I need to use it, I will. But that is a very brief explanation of the Dragoon forms. I'll probably go into a little bit more detail with them later when I actually use them. Volcano! There is a fight coming up that I actually have been known to use them for, just because it's actually a kind of difficult fight. One of the few fights in this game I actually say, it's kind of hard, especially if you're unprepared. Spinning cane! The commander is almost defeated, as you can tell by his little red arrow now. Volcano! And he's dead. Alright, and we got an Attackfall. When used in battle, Attackfalls will act as a random magic, which means each element of magic has 3 different items that it is effect that are that type of magic. A single hit, which uses a single and a multi-hit, both which use the tapping X, and the most powerful one from that, which won't use any button presses or anything like that. So, yeah. Alright. And here we go, inside the fortress. And inside we expect there to be more battles, but in reality, no. We get some of the saddest music. This music, just let it sink in for a moment. It's good. It's a good music for respecting the dead. If you check the fireplace by the bed here, such a place. And if we go in here, we see a little scene. Hang on, we beat the Sandoras. Erlevitz. Watch out for the dragon's breath. This is... We'll wreak your revenge upon them. Excuse me. We passed the stepping stones. Okay, I'm gonna have to use a couple of items. During that fight, as you saw, Dart actually got a little weak, so I'll use a healing potion on him. And I'll use one on the Vitz. And I'll use another one on Dart. If you're down to see. You saw I picked up a Sun Rhapsody. It gives one character full MP. Their Spirit Potions will give one character 100 SP. Very useful. Especially useful for using on some of the later characters to start building up their SPs, because they can be take a little while. But at that point they also have their conditions built up, so yes. And here we can pick up this item, which is the lance, which is Levitz's second weapon. Alright, in this screen, if you hit triangle, it'll sort your items. We're going to equip him with the lance, which will bring his attack really high, actually. No, I'm actually thinking I should give Dart the power wrist at this point. Oh, I'm going to, just because of how high did it raise his attack? 15 points. That makes him a lot stronger than Dart. So I'm going to give Dart the power wrist and give Levitz the Night Shield. I'm going to keep Shauna with the Poison Guard so that she can be my medic. Not because she's a girl. At this point, Rose is actually the strongest character in the game, so it has nothing to do with femininity. So, you'll notice there's a treasure just over there we can pick up. I will, in fact, get another Sun Rhapsody. Alright, we're going to now head towards the Volcano Vilude. Caw. Alright, as we walk along these branches here, we come to the end, go around, we see these squirrels in the trees. Alright, going up will bring us to the next area, but what we're going to want to do is actually get in the boat, because that'll take us to a series of items which are useful to have. You're going to want to stop at every part, and clear, I think, about 5 spaces in your inventory, so let's do that real quick. Never did use the detonator rock. I'm not gonna be bothered. Another spirit potion. And we're gonna get back in the boat and go down. I don't believe you can actually get into a fight with those fish. I might be wrong. If you're standing in just the right spot when they jump, they might bump into you. But I'm really not sure. I don't think I've ever gotten into a fight with one before. Oh, body purifiers, those are definitely useful. We're gonna move to the left now. Which will bring us to, I believe, the most important one of these. Yes, this is the one that we really wanted to get to. Alright, in that chest we found a stun guard, very useful item. And in this chest we're going to get something very important once I clear another space in my inventory. Dart's actually getting weak enough that I'll use a healing potion on him. And this time, we got the Magic Stone of Signet. That is a very important item if you want to get any of these special monsters, because it will freeze an enemy in place for 3 turns. I do not believe it works on bosses. It doesn't matter, you're not going to want to use it on a boss. When you use it, it is I believe it's a one-use item, but after it's been used, you can get it again. So, if you're going to be going after the special enemies, you're going to want to be coming back here to get that. It can be kind of annoying for the later special enemies, but I'm not going to be going after most of the later ones. Actually, if I'm going to do any, it's going to be one a little bit later, not a lot later. And we're coming by here, and Shauna trips on something. Eek! What's wrong, Shauna? I'm fine, my foot was stuck in the mud, that's all. See? Ouch! Oh no! Did you twist your ankle? It's nothing. You can't stand up, can you? Come on, I'll give you a piggyback ride. But it's embarrassing. What are you talking about? I used to give you piggyback rides when you were little. Remember? Uh-huh, thanks. Here we get a touching little scene. Yay. I'm such trouble, aren't I? I don't think so. I definitely don't think so. After that fight with Uroboros, oof, very useful, Shauna. I guess I should have stayed in Hoax. Are you serious? No, it's not so... I guess I had a bit of a weak moment. You know what? I have more confidence now. I can fight to help everybody. I'm not a drag on others, but I still can't fight like Rose. Well, that's because Rose is a much more experienced fighter. Shauna, there's something only you can do, right? You don't need to pretend to be strong. Besides, you can rely on me more, like in the old days. Dart, is Shauna alright? I'm okay now. Oof. That was not pleasant to do on foot. The pain is gone. Let's go, everybody. Sometimes just taking your weight off of it will help. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna go up here to get out of the marshlands. Alright, this video's gone on a little longer than I intended it to, so I'm gonna end it off here. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. In the next episode, we will begin our trek through the volcano Vilud. And yeah, hope to see you guys then. Peace out.